check out our new merch store at www.ShotOfFactsPodcast.com, where you can find our merch with shirts dedicated to each episode you love. Check it out today and support a Shot of Facts merch. No, I agree. I call a lot of people who, are so dead set on wearing everything label wise. I just call them label whores because actually, like the most people who wear all the labels and like super, big on that, they don't even really have style. It's like just because you're wearing all these expensive things does not mean you know how to actually dress.
I put that quote up so many times. People like labels; they don't like fashion because there's a big ass difference. Because
Right.
y'all
Think of
like
like
the logo
Supreme.
wear like.
Supreme fashion. It's a regular t-shirt Supreme, $300.
And
And
it's
people
not
are
even
selling it out.
cotton. Not even Egyptian. It's not even the cotton from the motherland. Like y'all better go home somewhere. And that's the softest cotton you can have is Egyptian cotton. It's not even Egyptian cotton. So I'm like, I don't even know why it's $300. It's regular old cotton right on over here from the U.S. and even from the motherland. Like,
Now, I think it's also having to do with marketing as well. So the fact that it's scarce. There's not that many in quantity out there is what makes people gravitate to it so bad. Like think of the newest Jordan releases. Because it's only a handful out, everybody is trying to get it and they might resell it for triple the amount because it's the hype. It's like the hype beast culture of it. That's what it all comes down to with labels and Instagram and social media influencers. It's all the hype beast culture.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but one thing I also want to ask you as a designer, how do you feel about wholesaling and what is it called? Like when you get, I don't know really
I
about the
don't
the fashion industry when it comes to
buying
like
stuff and putting your name on it.
yes, like the beauty industry. I know the beauty industry, they have a huge problem with like you go on like Alibaba or something and they have like uh makeup that
Mm.
you just put your label on. So how do you feel about that? Because I know a lot of people
I
that's
don't. I feel like I mean it's a quick way to make money. That's
Mm,
honestly what it is. If you are into fast money, like there are some women that are designers, there are some women that are boutique owners. The boutique owners want to see a faster turnaround time. They want to buy the stuff wholesale, double or triple the profit off it, like increase the margin. They just want to make the money from it. But I don't care for the wholesale industry. It's never been like my thing. I've never had a desire to go buy something and then like just like print on it or like put my name on it and act like I made it. So I don't have it, but it's a good business. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. I just don't mess with it. I'm a creator, and I think that's how most creators are. Most creators don't like to. We might buy something wholesale, take it apart, make a pattern out of it, and then recreate something. But we're never gonna just take that item and smack our name on it and be like, "Oh yeah, this is mine." Like it just creators don't think like that. And most designers don't think like that. People that are into fashion, stylists, buyers, like that, that's a thing for them. So it just depends on your mind state because it's a difference between a person that's into fashion as a creator than a person that's into fashion who just likes the way things look, which is the difference between a buyer and a designer.
okay. So can you expand a little bit more about buyers and designers?
Yeah, so a buyer is the person that's all about the numbers. Buying is nothing but Excel. Like literally, you spend your entire day crunching numbers to buy things for stores. So like as a designer, I can sell my stuff to a Macy's or a Saks Fifth Avenue, and then the buyer will decide if they want to purchase my items and put them in their store. Now, what happens is, and what I've seen from being in the industry is that the buyers now think that they are designers and will come to a design company or come to a licensed company because a lot of designers don't own their name, i.e., let's say Calvin Klein. I worked for G3. G3 is a licensee company that buys certain licenses for certain things. Calvin Klein handbags, G3 owns the license. Calvin Klein winter accessory, G3 owns the license. Calvin Klein clothing wear, PVH Group owns the license. So they hire designers to come in and work for these licensing companies, and then they design on the same aesthetic. But they're not really designing because they're really just recreating the same bags over and over again, or
Right.
saying the same things and just updating them with fabric, maybe a couple of trims and stuff like that now and then. So the buyers, like when I worked there, I worked in product development. The buyers would come to a meeting, pretty much tell us what they want. We want Calvin Klein backpacks in PVC, which is fake leather, with nylon straps. Or what they would do is they would make the straps in leather. We would make it for Macy's. Macy's say, I want a PVC bag, or I want a full leather bag, Calvin Klein bag. I want a tote. I want a smaller bag. They would literally design it for you because they know what's gonna sell. At the end of the day, a buyer only wants to buy what they know that they're going to sell without having to put a promotion or a discount on it. It's all about the money. If I can buy a Calvin Klein bag for $12 and then sell it in Macy's for $200, put the little markdown thing on there and make it seem like I'm getting a deal, I've accomplished my goal. They don't care about the design aesthetic, that is not real leather, that is not a silk on the inside, that the gold is not plated. They care about the fact that I got this for $12 and I'm gonna sell it for $200. That's the difference. Whereas a designer would be like, oh no, it's not leather. Like, and they'd be able to tell right off bat that it's not.
No, and I think that's why when you think about going back to Black designers, right? How we as consumers, as Black consumers, try to minimize and try to downplay the price wise of what real designers require.
Mm-hmm.
And I see this all the time with small scale like designers. They're trying to advertise whatever they may have, either whether it's clothing or jewelry or accessories. And you'll see in the comments,
Where you
"Oh,
from?
I'm not paying that." You said where I'm from?
Yeah.
I'm from Detroit.
Okay. I said, because you sound like me. We don't say jewelry, we say jewelry. I'm from Chicago. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, well, Midwest,
Right.
But yeah, I see people, trying to downplay them like, "Oh, I'm not paying that. That's too much." But then you don't really see the background, the actual researching, the actual, all
That's
that takes
that's
with
probably
it.
my biggest takeaway from a consumer standpoint is that they're not educated. And to be honest, the consumer, you have to educate them, if that makes sense. Like, because the consumer is going to see something and they're going to say like, oh my god, it's not worth it. But as the designer, you have to make sure you go that extra mile to tell them what it is in order for them to understand it. Because if they look at, prime example, I make handbags. You look at one of my handbags, it's just a square, has a zipper, and it's just like a simple pouch bag. That bag is $250. Now, someone looking at that bag is going to be like, I'm not paying $250 for that. But you don't understand that that bag was handmade. That bag is 100% custom embossed suede from Italy. And then it also has a silk lining in it with an emblem that was custom made. So, what you're paying for is all of these very, very fine features: silk, suede,
Right.
handmade in the US of A. I don't got no sweatshop. And that's the type of thing. But like, that's how I market it though. So when I put it out there, my content and my details is all about it. Like, you can't even see the inside of the bag from my pictures, but I open it up so you can see it's silk, it's gold silk, right? Because I'm royalty. So when you
Right.
are creating content and marketing and doing your PR, those things have to shine through so that people understand the price point. Because at first look, it's just like, I look like I can get that at Aldo. But when you look closer and you take that second look, you just like, I see why. So I know for a fact that I had my bags online, but when I had a pop-up event, I sold way more bags when people was able to see them in person. So
Right.
sometimes online doesn't always work because they were able to see the quality. Like, now I get it now. Looking online, looking at the picture, just like, I can get this at Aldo. But seeing it in person and looking at it, it's just like, this is a very, very good quality handmade bag. So it's just like a lack of education from the consumer standpoint. But I knew for me, and now and moving forward, online sales are not where I'm at with it. I have to continue to do pop-up shops because people need to see this. They got to feel it and stuff. And that's also, as a designer, how you understand your market. Everybody wants to go online, but it's not good for everybody. Some designers cannot work online, especially as a new designer. They need to see your product. You need to do fashion previews. You need to do trunk shows. Like, this is a hands-on product. So that's also about evaluating where you are. Online sales don't work for me.
Right.
In-person sales work for me.